Chicago is a very dangerous place, and we have a governor that doesn't care about crime. I guess we could solve Chicago very quickly, but we're going to make a decision as to where we go over the next day or two. When you look at what happened to D.C. in a short period of time, honestly, it's amazing. You have essentially a crime-free zone. I mean, here we are on a nice Sunday evening. If you'd like, it feels like Saturday, actually. If you like, you could go out and you could have dinner on me, but you wouldn't do that. But you could have dinner on me if you'd like.
The Trump administration will have no tolerance for terrorism or political violence, and that includes hate crimes against Christians, Jews, or anybody else. We're not going to allow it. And there was also a horrible killing recently in Charlotte, where I talked about, and so many others, and we will... we're going to get to the end of it. And, you know, when you have horrible killings, you have to take horrible actions. And the actions that we take are nothing. This cashless bail started a wave in our country where a killer kills somebody and is out on the street by the afternoon. And you try and reason with people like in Chicago with the governor and the mayor. You try and reason with them, and it's like you're talking to a wall. It's just... I assume it's just a political ideology. They're not stupid people. It must be an ideology that's just buried in their head and you can't do a damn thing about it. And we'd love to go into Chicago and straighten it out. You know, Washington, D.C., you'll be happy to know, is a free and safe zone. It's so safe right now. It was one of the most dangerous. Can you believe it? So, you know, you see the beautiful buildings, but we're going to also do an upgrade because a lot of the beautiful buildings have a little graffiti on them. Can you imagine our capital being the most violent city? But it was really bad into a totally safe zone. It's called a safe zone city. There's no crime. They said crime's down 87%. I said, no. It's more than 87%. Virtually nothing. And much lesser things that take place in the home they call crime. You know, they'll do anything they can to find something. If a man has a little fight with the wife, they say, this was a crime, see? So now I can't claim 100%. But we are a safe city. You can walk to a restaurant. You can walk to the White House if you work there. You can walk to the Capitol. We're waiting for a call from Chicago. We'll fix Chicago. And again, D.C. is right now so safe you can go out. Friends of mine called, one in particular, he's been in D.C. for a long time. And he said, I haven't gone out in 4 years for dinner with my wife. The restaurants were all closing because people were afraid, even if they were in the restaurant, it didn't matter. They were held up. You know, guys would walk in with guns into a restaurant. And that's over. It's not happening. It's now safe. And this man said, I've gone out to dinner in the last week and a half 4 times. And I am so safe. My wife could meet me at the restaurant. She could walk by herself. There is zero threat. The National Guard working with the police, working with the mayor. The mayor has, you know, that's not her ideology, and now I think it maybe is her ideology. She's taking a lot of heat, too, from the radical left. You know, they don't like that she's allowing it. But, look, she's going to either allow it or we'll just do it because, you know, it's just... But she understands that. She understands that. But I can tell you the people of D.C. are thrilled. I have never had so many people. The other day, I had a big scrum in front of me of the press. We could do the same thing in Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. We did it. We saved Los Angeles. We saved Los Angeles, Dan. You know that. Los Angeles was a mess. If we didn't send our troops in, Gavin Newsom would have had a real problem. We sent our troops. The head police officer, the top person, said we could have never done this alone. We sent our troops right in at the beginning, and we killed it. And it was nasty, but we killed it immediately. And I don't know why Chicago isn't calling us saying, please give us help. When you have, over just a short period of time, 50 murders and hundreds of people shot, and then you have a governor that stands up and says how crime is just fine. It's really crazy. But we're bringing back law and order to our country.
rights and freedoms of citizens by ordering masked men in unmarked cars and vans to kidnap men, women, and children and harass the people in our streets without representation or due process, simply by naming them criminals without evidence or proof, while the real criminal with 34 felonies sits behind a golden desk ordering chaos. Mr. Trump, you have met your match.
To make some noise for, again, one of our young imams that's been holding it down on the south side of Chicago. Give it up for Imam.
Well, Donald Trump thinks he has a hammer in his hand. And he thinks he can bring that hammer to Chicago. But he's about to find out that Chicago is an anvil. He is about to find out that Chicago is a forge. And his minions are about to find out that ice cannot survive the fire of a forge.
All right, now with that, let's give it up for our brother Abdullah Mitchell, who is the director of the Council of Islamic Organizations, for just 2 minutes. Go ahead.
When he posts that I love the smell of deportations in the morning, that is a sick and evil man. That is a sick and evil articulation. And don't think he's just talking about smelling deportations. He's talking about smelling mass incarceration. I'm sure he loves the smell of mass misery.
Co-host, Reverend Sierra Bates Chamberlain, give it up.
Well, Cornel West says that justice is what love looks like in public. Justice is what love looks like in public. So, friends, pastors, people of faith out there claiming the name of Jesus or claiming the name of God, I will ask you, what does your love look like in public? What does your love look like in public? Because I'm here today to say that it doesn't look like what we're seeing from many churches and many spaces of faith.
Clap it up for Rabbi Lindsay.
So I don't know what Bible they're reading, but the Bible I read says that you will love the stranger. You will love the stranger. You will take care of the stranger. And a test of your society is whether you care for the strangers among you and among us, because all of us were strangers once, and there is no them and us. There's only us.
I invite Ray Winston from ICER. Clap it up.
Faith over fear, faith over fear.
Faith over fear, faith over fear.
We don't need no troops over here.
We don't need no troops over here.
As we get